So the first thing that, in my opinion, campaigns need to get set up is called a CRM. In the corporate world, that's customer relationship management. Contact relationship management is another term that is more appropriate for us. But as a green campaign, the very first thing you should do is talk to your state party, your local party, and see if they provide an email, if they provide a database, if they provide marketing system. Most, if not all, green state parties have some kind of database. In some parties, it may be as simple as a spreadsheet. Some parties are like my own, like the national, like in Illinois, like the National Party, are paying commercially available CRMs like Nation Builder or Action Network to provide these services. And then some parties, like I think Indiana and Ohio run Civi CRM, which is an open source outlet. The Howie Hawkins campaign runs Civi CRM as well. We'll get to that in a minute. So before you go and start building your own campaign infrastructure, you should see what's already there, so we're not building in parallel, right? Because how many times have I said the word efficient? We've got to be efficient. And if we have two different entities that are both green entities and are working towards the same goal, and they're setting up parallel infrastructure, that means we're paying double. That means we're spending twice the time doing things. Any green campaign should be asking about a contact list first and foremost, right? You don't want to start from scratch. There's an existing green base out there. So you should be, signing your NDAs. And if you're a state party and you're not asking people to sign an NDA, get a simple NDA together so that people don't, just a warning so people don't abuse your list. But you should be asking your state party about, hey, do you have a contact list? And when they start responding, that's when, okay, cool. What other kind of systems do you offer? In Illinois, where I'm the secretary, and I've spent the last 5 years really implementing a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about today. When we recognize a candidate, they get an email from me. It has a list of all the different systems that we have to offer them. We'll set up your website, we'll host it, we'll give you a CRM, we'll give you the ability to do email marketing. We have an account with a phone banking company. These are all, you get into our project management system. These are all the things that when you become an official green candidate, you get from us, right? And they help you run your campaign effectively, and they save you from starting from scratch. So this is a conversation you should be having. Like I said, I'll hit it again at the end. If you're here from the state party, you should be asking what kind of resources and systems do we provide now, and what could we provide? Since the CRM section is on databases should live beyond the campaign, right? Campaigns have a finite lifespan. They begin and then they end. And something like a database, something like a lot of these systems, project management, fundraising, all that stuff, a lot of these systems really need to be long-term. They need to be there whether someone's running or not, because the party's using them as well. So we should make sure that our parties are integrating a lot of these systems. If a campaign uses a system and it worked really great for them, transfer it over, right? Most of these systems, all you got to do is change the credit card on who's paying and the email address on who owns it. But if something worked really well, have the state party take it over. And one thing I'm going to say on CRMs before I get into specifics is do not use, in all caps and bold, do not use the NGP van if you are a green. It's the Democrat CRM. So if you use the NGP van or minivan or any of their little side splits that come off of it, you're giving all your data to the Democratic Party. Everything you collect on the Green Party is going to funnel into the people who repress us, right? And frankly, as someone who's used the van as a community organizer in the past, it's clunky and not great anyway. I was able to successfully kill myself for about 4 years when I left. But then I voted again and they found out I was alive. But it did make a whole cycle where I got no phone calls from Democrats or no text messages or emails because I deleted all my information.